Hi there. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. I'm going to do a little bit of work on Infelice today. I actually thought I taped like a half an hour yesterday working on a library pocket for her. And then it turns out I actually took a photo. And I didn't have the video part running. I clicked on photo. So I ended up making, let's go to it. I ended up making a library pocket out of one of the front pages from the original book. So I'll just let you know what I did. I glued the paper onto stronger, I was going to say cardstock, but I just use, hold on, let me grab it. I just use file folders. I find them in my thrift stores all the time. Just about every single visit, I will find file folders and I will find index cards. And I grab them up because they're terrific, because they're not too thick. They're a lightweight cardboard, and they're just perfect for backing things, making tags, fortifying paper. Anyhow, so that's what I did with this library pocket, because this paper is 100 years old. Infelice, she's a grand old lady. She's 100 years old this year. She was published in 1920, so she needs a little support. So I made the library pocket. I like to use a library pocket that I pulled out of a book. I love this one because it's all one piece. And so I just took it apart and I draw around it. I had to adjust it a little bit because I really wanted this title to show on the back a little bit more. So I use, I love this. It says 1947. Yeah, it's not showing because of the, come on. 1947. I love that. Anyhow, I have a little Tupperware bin full of my originals and my templates of things that I do over and over again, because I do the same thing. Turns out great minds think alike. I'm not going to finish that saying. Nancy over at Wishes and Weeds, she does the same thing. Some envelopes that are an unusual shape or size, just take it apart. If you have to soak it, soak it. If you can just rip it apart using a flat X-Acto blade, which is what I did for that library pocket, take it apart, and then you can draw around the edge and use it as your template, and you'll get it. So I took a blank library card and I aged it a little because it was pure white. So I did my favorite combination of using antique linen to yellow it, and then I used my, you can't read it anymore, but gathered twigs to go around the edge. And then I have an old, I think it's a 1960s portable typewriter. So I just typed the title and the author and the date of publication there. That's not actually what's supposed to be there. These cards are unusual. It looks like each student was given their own card to keep, because it says the library borrower's name and room. So it must be for a school library. And then the title of the book would go there. But I just, you know what? You're allowed artistic license when you're the one in charge of the art. So that's what I did. And I thought that looks really nice. And then what I also did, whenever there is a copyright date included in an old book, I like to save it too. And Infelice had one, so I put that there, 1920, which I just love, so that it's evident that this is a lovely old girl, and that she is deserving of respect. Now, hold on one second. I have to go grab something. The other day when I did my teeny tiny little thrift haul, I forgot to include this. It's just I don't know whether it's cording or string or crocheting. Can you see it's got a little bit of a gold shimmer to it? And it was full. It was the whole thing. It still had the plastic wrap on it. And I just love this. And as you can see, I love this. I always like including a bookmark that I have the original photo strip. That's mine. But this is my grandmother, and that's my mom. I still got my mom. She's almost 93. So, but I used some of this for the end there, and I really like just that tiny little bit of shimmery gold. I'm not a sparkly person, but I gotta tell you, after making journals for this Christmas season, I'm still hanging on to my love for little gold things. So I like this cord. It's just got a tiny little hint of a shimmer of gold, which I like. So today, what I'm going to do, and I had to do some of it off camera because I had a bit of running around to do today, but I gotta tell you, oh, one more second, I gotta go grab it. I am ever in search of the perfect aerosol glue, because when I want, here, let me show you where. When I want something very, very smooth and flat, you cannot beat aerosol glue. My problem has been trying to find an aerosol glue that actually is permanent. I've tried so many of them. You name it, I've tried it. I think I finally found one that actually really works. So I thought I'd share it with you. You can try it at your own peril. You can try it if you like. But of all things, it's Elmer's Craft Bond. And they say temporary or permanent, and it's acid-free. They say that if you want it to be permanent, you must adhere your two things, whether it's paper, two pieces of paper together, or cloth and paper, because there is cloth on the label. I was worried a bit. I thought, oh, will this hold cloth? Obviously it must. The label printing is so small. I haven't got my magnifying glass out to completely read it. Anyhow, if you want it to be a permanent bond, you must adhere the two things together within 15 seconds. And then if you want it to be repositionable, spray the thing that you want to glue and wait 3 to 5 minutes, so it lets it just get tacky, and then glue them together. And apparently that will allow you to peel it back, reposition, peel it back, reposition. Now the label doesn't say whether it eventually becomes permanent, because some glues are like that. Some repositionable glues, oh boy, try saying that fast. Some of them are repositionable for a little while, and then they become permanent. And the can for the Elmer's Craft Bond doesn't say whether it is or not. I may message them and ask them. Anyhow, so I thought, all right, let's give this a real good try. I had this beautiful doily. Let's move you for a second, Infelice. I had this beautiful old doily. It's not hand sewn, but it's old. You can see the different colored fabric that's been inlaid, and this rose. And I wanted to make pockets out of it, but it's so thin. The fabric was so thin. I knew that it needed to be supported, so of course I used a file folder. And so I decided, okay, we're going to give Elmer's Craft Bond, we're going to give it a go. And I did it. I did it in less than 15 seconds. And I'm quite happy with how it's holding. To be safe, I did, because I want to make pockets. To be safe, I did stitch around it, but I also wanted to stitch around it simply because it looks nice. But the gluing was important because I didn't want there to be any buckling or bubbling. And that's what I worry about with glue sticks. And this seems to be really tough and really, it seems to be adhering. One thing that I did do was I used one of my bone folders, And I simply, while it was still, I had just done my 15-second application, I went around all these little edges and made sure I really got in there and really gave that a good stick down. And then, like I said, I like the look of the little stitching around the edges. So I stitched it anyways. I was going to do that anyhow. But I got to tell you, for now, I'm really, really happy with the result. I'm quite pleased. So we're going to put in pockets into Infelice, and this will get used another day for something else. I'm very happy with it though, so I thought I'd share. Hold on, let's move you back there. And let's bring you in here. So, of course, now I've lost it where I want to put these. I know the page I want, so I've just got to find it. It's on the garden journal page. Oh, come on, where are you? Nope, it's not there. It's not the center one, is it? No, because you've got you in the center. I apologize. I guess I thought I was ready. Here we go. This is the one I'm working on. So keep all those out. So I'm going to put one on this side, and I'm going to put one on this side. And I think that'll look nice and makes a nice tuck spot. So, hold on. Let's do this side first. I like to protect the other pages from the glue. So, I'm going to, my favorite strong glue for paper products is art glitter glue. So I'm going to use art glitter glue. And, of course, come on, art glitter glue. Behave yourself. Where's some testing paper? Come on. There we go. Thank you. All right, so I want that there. So I'm going to go along there. I want to save those little threads. I love them. I'm totally still in love with hanging threads. And anyone who ends up adopting Infelice, if you don't like the hanging threads, by all means, trim them off, because she will be yours, and she's yours to do with as you please. All right, so let's put you in place. I can feel some of the glue squishing out. Oh, come on, move. I didn't check the back. Come on. Hopefully I've done it in time. Yes. Phew. That's better. This is the test sheet. Well, I stopped it because I don't care about color printing. I had to get a new printer the other day. My old printer finally died. I just have a little tiny Hewlett-Packard inkjet. It was $29, and that's Canadian, and it came with the ink. You can't beat that. I only use it to print off shipping labels, so I don't have to go with an expensive printer. I don't print off digital kits. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but my heart lies with old paper. So I can just run to my Staples and get a $29 printer when the old one died. And you know what? The last one I got, it was a little more expensive. I seem to recall I paid like $49 for it. And that was about 8 years ago. That's not bad that it lasted that long. Not that I'm tough on my printers. Like I said, I mostly just use them for printing shipping labels or else printing off invoices to include in orders, that sort of thing. So that's what I had to do, because I had to ship little Catholic all sorts off to her new home. And suddenly my printer said, no, I'm retiring to the great printer place in the sky. There we go. I'm really happy today. I have nothing. I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have to do anything. I've got my house to myself because my sweetie pie, as much as I love him, he's at work. And that's nice. He loves being at work. Don't feel badly for him. He loves what he does. He goes out the door with a spring in his step. There we go. Now let me check the back. Yep, okay, I'm happy. All my threads are hanging down. Beautiful. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, I'm happy. There. Yesterday I got my eyes checked. I had a good checkup. It's the first time in years that they hadn't deteriorated further. I have very poor vision. It could be worse. Don't get me wrong. I'm not belly aching that much, but I'm belly aching a little bit because it is frustrating to not be able to see anything without glasses. And when you're an artist and you want to see details, oh my goodness. I don't know how my husband does it. All he needs is readers. He's got very good vision. He can just use cheaters from the drugstore. The doctor says, don't worry, he's getting his eyes checked all the time. But even the doctor said, you don't need a prescription. Just go to the drugstore and get this power, which he does. But when we're driving, he'll say, what does that sign say up ahead? And I'll say, well, it says, this street, such and such a street. Wow, you can read that? And I'm thinking, you're the one driving. Shouldn't you be able to read that? But apparently that's legal. His vision still passes. His vision without reading glasses still passes for driving tests. Yikes! How's that for scary? And I don't get why he doesn't mind seeing blurry, because that would drive me out of my mind to be blurry. All right, that's good. I'm happy with that. I'm going to let those dry. I don't think I need to clip those because that paper, as you can see, it really, it likes to hug the new pockets. So I think I can simply close that up and put it aside. Now, let's move that. What did I want to do? Oh, I want to put some, I've been making new bookmarks. I always put one of these bookmarks in my, when one of my journals goes off to their new home, I love to include one of my bookmarks with my mom and my Nana on it, and it's got my Instagram address and my Gmail account. And so I've already got the holes punched in, but I do want to put in some little eyelets. I lucked out one day. I don't know if any of you use Virage Sale. Is Virage Sale an American thing? Because it's big up here in Canada, and I must say I love Virage Sale. It's I guess it's similar to Craigslist, that sort of thing, where you can just list what you're selling and sell it. And Virage Sale I like because it's similar to Etsy in that the people who have purchased can give you a rating so that you know pretty well that the person you're buying from is on the up and up. So anyhow, and you can sell and you can buy. And a lady right close to me, a 5-minute drive, was selling all these little eyelets and all these brads and all these brads, and I got them, I think, for $10. So keep your eye out for lots of different sources, not just thrift stores. For me, my My secondhand sources, a big one, is also Virage Sale. So I like to just pick out some different colors because I'm that anal. I like, if I can, if possible, to color match my, even the bookmark with the book that's going out. So I'll choose lots of different colors. Let's do, oh, I like these ones. These gold ones are kind of fat, more fat than usual. So let's do a gold one because that matches everything. Come on, in you go. There we go. Yeah, so if you've got Virage Sale in your area, it's linked through Facebook. So if you've got a Facebook account, you can do Virage Sale. Pink. Let's do a pink one. These are just photos of a photo. I just go to my Walmart and I scan my photo strip, or at least the first time I did it, I scanned it. Now I have a template that stays in my template Tupperware container. And I just photograph that whenever I need new ones. And then I'll go in and I'll get like 30 printed off. Then I'll make a few at a time to last forever, however long, till I need to make more. And then I just, as ever, glue them on the back of file folders and make, let's do hot pink, and make bookmarks to go in. And send my mom and my Nana off into the world. There we go. I know, I'm an oddball, but I do that. I talk to my journals. You know what? I don't know if any of you talk to your journals while you're working on them. And I could be setting myself up for some men with a white jacket showing up at my door by confessing this. But I do talk to my journals. But I was really relieved when I was talking with my brother. My brother is an artist as well. It's in the family. And he actually does like great big huge paintings. And he's actually had art shows in art galleries. And I went to one of his showings once, and it was the opening. So he was there for it, and they had food and champagne, and he actually gave a little talk and answered questions about how he does his paintings. And I was really happy to hear that when he's working on a painting, he talks to his paintings, and he actually, because he does abstract art, he actually will say, well, painting, what do you feel like today? Do you want a little pink here? I think you feel like you want some red, do you? He said he actually talks to his paintings. And ever since then, I felt a little better because I feel like he's a legitimate artist. Like he's actually doing artwork that hangs in galleries. And I mean, I shouldn't downplay here. Let's do a copper one. I shouldn't downplay what I do because boy, oh boy, I have done paintings, and I've got to say my journals take longer to put together than the paintings that I used to do. I've illustrated a few children's books in the past, and I put more attention to detail into these books than I did in my paintings. Okay, so there we go. Anyhow, so yeah, if any of you talk to your work, let me know. I also talk to my dead ancestors when I'm doing genealogy. I say, come on, give me some help here. I'm trying to find you, or trying to find your parents. Give me some help. All right, so I've got a whole bunch of bookmarks ready to go, and I'll just put them aside. I have a little station up there that is my get ready to ship station, and I grab certain things that go in to each journal before they go out into the world. There. Oh shoot, what did I just drop? Did you hear it? Well, I'll find it later. All right, let's get these back up. Now, what am I for time? 24 minutes. I wonder if I should end this here. I am going to make some tags and cards. So I think what I'll do is I'll end here, and I'll start up an Infelice part 2 for today. She's almost ready to go. She's almost ready to be listed. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow to do a flip through, and get her listed in Etsy so she can go off into the world and start recording somebody's heartfelt thoughts. All right, you know what? I don't need to tape doing this. And this is here for a reason. Have you ever opened the wrong end and had your eyelets fall all over your desk? So that's one of my brain things. All right. Hopefully I'll see you very soon. I'm going to do, I think, part 2 right now. See you soon. Bye.